What's up, everyone? I'm Teron Brooks, and you're watching Carlton Says Live.
Welcome to Carlton Says Live. Thank y'all so much for joining us after our little hiatus. We had to take a little break, do some productions here and there. We thank y'all so much for joining us. All right, let's get into it. I'm Carlton, and I have my guest co-host for this week. We have actress Taisha Van Buren.
Hey.
And we have actress, singer, songwriter Shoshana Passionate Westby. Let's give it up for her. Ladies, thank y'all so much for joining me this week.
Pleasure.
Thank you. How's everything been going? I know we took a little hiatus. What's been going on with you guys?
Busy.
Okay.
Busy. Blue Bistro just finished. Waiting to finish Karma.
Yes.
Can't wait to get back to Karma. So just busy.
Cool. Passionate.
Just busy, getting ready for shows coming up. Have a spoken word event coming up.
Yes.
And I'm also gearing up to go to Nashville for the Country Music Awards.
Girl.
All right.
Yes. You better be working.
Yes.
Well, all right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. In our hiatus, of course, big news. Singer, songwriter, just all around entertainer. Prince passed away. And I was actually in LA when the news hit. I was in there for the LA West Fest, and I saw it. I was like, at first I thought it was a joke. You know how people try to kill folk, but it was just all over the blogs and everything. And it was very sad. You know what I'm saying? So it was very sad, very sudden. But he had a very big impact on entertainment, and he still does. His music continues to live on. So there's still reports coming out about what actually happened. A whole bunch of rumors as well. But I don't want to get into that. I don't want to do the negative. I want to talk about the positive because again, he had such a big impact on our music. First of all, how did it affect you guys? I know a lot of people were like really like, dang, Prince. You know, how did you guys feel when you saw the news about Prince's passing?
Yeah, I was shocked. Like I was like, no way. Who's got this Hulk somewhere? It's on Wikipedia. It's fake. It's not real. But you know, it was just it was really surreal because it's like we keep losing all of these greats, and it's so early. You know, like when we lost Maurice White from Earth, Wind and Fire, we expected him to go. You know, he was older, but Prince is like, wow, really? I was pretty shocked.
That was I don't know. We'll get back to you, Sean, but that was just a crazy because China the wrestler had just passed away,
She did.
Right.
and it was like back to back. It was like a whole bunch of just deaths of people that we know. Yeah. So, Shauna, how was it for you?
I first saw it when I think it was 96.3 put up there. They were like, there was a incident reported somewhere where he was, but they didn't know. It was like someone had to be rushed to the hospital. And I was like, and they were like, they think it's Prince. And I was like, what? And I put the post on my page as soon as it happened. And then I saw like angry posts on my Facebook page like, nobody knows he's dead yet. Why are they killing this man? And I was like, oh my God, this is a rumor. So I almost went back and clicked, and then all of a sudden the post came when he was dead. I was shocked.
Yeah.
It didn't seem real because I was like, he's too young. You know, he got so much music left in him, and he was getting out of these deals and just resurrecting his image and his music and his, you know, it was sad.
Yeah, and he was so giving. I'm starting to hear more stories about how he gave, and he was a positive influence in a whole bunch of people's lives. But it just makes you think. Life is very short. I was talking to my sister about this. What a lot of times, a lot of people are saying. I saw somebody say, "Dear 2016." Stop with all these deaths.
Wow.
But the thing is, if you think about it, somebody's dying every day. It's just the only reason why we're making awareness of it because these are famous people. These are icons, celebrities, different things like that. But it just makes you think you have to live life every day to the fullest. And you have to really walk in your purpose of what God has called you to do. And really make sure you're really being that light and that vessel, and at the same time always being a better person towards your greater man. I think if we lose sight, we always working for ourselves, that we don't really help others. I think it's very important. But I want to ask you this, just in light of this, just kind of switching gears. We think about, you know, we are mortals, and one day we all going to leave here. If there was one thing, I know there's a lot of things you want to do in life, but if there was one thing that you really, really want to do before you go, what would that be?
That's a good question.
One thing.
That's a good question. but I know my heart is so driven towards teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
If I could just leave an impact behind for them to just follow and just, they're our tomorrow. So I work a lot with the youth ministry at my church. I teach the teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
And I want them to be so geared and ready for the adult life and learn how to work together as adults and just as teammates in this thing called life, because I believe adults set so much of a bad example for them to follow, a lot of them, not all of them. So if I could just leave an impact for teenagers, I would love to do that. That's my heart's desire.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, Ty?
I'm a Marine Corps veteran, proud Marine Corps veteran, I should add.
Yes.
And, hoorah. There's a lot of invisible conditions out there, especially now. The VA is starting to bring to light about PTSD and depression and all of those things. And I'm also a disabled Marine Corps veteran, which always surprises people. But I would love to be a positive face for those things that, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we have our struggles, but we can still be positive and upbeat and be productive and do amazing things, even though we have all these issues from the military.
Awesome. For me, I know a lot of people will say things like, oh, the right thing. Actually, it's not. I really want to have kids. Like I really I have dreams like that I'm holding my son, different things like that. So for me that's something I know a lot of people are saying, what about the wife? Okay, yeah, I know, but I mean, but it's like, but for me, I mean, it's I don't know, man. It's just something it's either by physical manifestation or even adoption. I already knew that I already said, even if I am blessed to get married and have physical kids, I am still gonna adopt. I've always wanted to adopt. I think because it's especially like older, like you see people like want to adopt like babies.
Yeah.
But I'm talking like you 10 or even a teenager, because a lot of them get real lost in the system. And because we're not really like you said, you're not investing in our teenagers. We're not preparing our world for a better tomorrow because we're not really investing in them. So. Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of them get stuck in the system too, because they go through so much. So by the time they're teenagers, they don't want to bring that into their homes, especially if they got other kids there with like sexual abuse and stuff like that. You don't know if they are trying to mess with other kids. That's so true. You have issues like that when it comes to the teenagers. But I
just think, it really just takes somebody being that special, someone to really show them that love and really to really. Cause a lot of them aren't loved, and I think that's a lot of the root of a lot of the issues that they have, because they don't feel like they're wanted, or they're shown that they're like you said, like the sexual like abuse and all that stuff, but it's not the right type of love. So they have a warped mindset of what love is, and I think until somebody really shows them what true love is, I think they're gonna continue to head down that path. So definitely. All right, ladies. We're gonna switch gears here after we come back. It's time to get information. We're gonna talk about Beyonce, her Lemonade video, the album, the tour, everything Beyonce. We'll be right back. You're watching KARLTON Says Live. Carlton Says Live. We have a very rambunctious audience today. That's what we want here. But we're going to talk about Beyonce. Another big thing that happened while we're on hiatus was Beyonce released her Lemonade album and visual album. And also she is now on tour for the Formation Tour.
Yes.
So she is definitely making her rounds here in the U.S. Her ticket sales, though, are bananas.
Yes.
They're very expensive. But from what I hear, from what I've seen on a lot of people's Facebook Live, thank you for doing that. The tour looks awesome. Like it looks like the show looks amazing. So first off, who's a part of the Beehive here?
A little bit.
Wait, how you a little bit a part of? Wait, how a little bit? Wait, explain that.
I'm not a worshiper. Like I don't go crazy. Like I don't get on her enemies. Like you know, I'm not.
You don't do the little bees every time somebody says something bad.
Not mad. But I respect her hustle though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a part of that. Yeah.
Okay, so I haven't seen the Lemonade visual album yet. How was it? Was interesting. Why you say that?
Interesting. It was, I mean, it was a little bipolar almost. Like, it was angry, it was happy, it was sentimental, it was just like a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, interesting. I think that's the only word I'm coming up with for that.
Shauna.
I loved it, man. I loved it. I thought it was real creative. I liked the way she went through the different phases of emotions because I could relate to some of them. So I was like, man, you know how brave it is for you to be transparent like that. You know, even if they say it was a marketing scheme or she's not being honest, or it's just allowing your music to carry your voice. It means so much to me as an artist, and I was like, that was so brave of her to do that. If it happened, if it not, who knows? Yeah. But I was like, that was like pure bravery. Yeah. Like to even be an iconic figure for the Black Matters movement, I thought that was like,
yeah, the imagery was phenomenal. I loved visually looking at it. Like it was one of those things I could have just cut it off, like just muted it and watched and been entertained. But it was.
They're saying she's gonna be nominated possibly for an Emmy. For the visual, the HBO special.
She should though. It was really.
So it was that good.
It was that good.
The camera work is off the chain.
Okay.
Like really pure HD, man.
I had to check that out.
I would have bought the title out. I was like, I'm gonna see Lemonade, and they got a student discount. It's $5 a month. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, like I said, now this is all leading to Formation Tour and everything. Like I said, ticket prices are, from what I hear, are as high as $400, $500. They even have packages for $1,000. I understand.
Scalpers doing that because a lot of those tickets weren't that high.
Okay.
And what I noticed, like when I went on there to purchase a ticket, those tickets weren't that high. But as soon as I think scalpers got a hold of them. So? Okay. Yeah.
Because I've been hearing $400, $500. I'm like,
the low price?
From what I understand, 100 something. They're like floors, like some 100. Well, no, for some people I'm hearing some of the floor, like depends on maybe the side is like 120, 130, but then they have like some high rise, like nosebleed, maybe like 100. So I don't know. I would love to get information, but the way my account is set up, I mean, no, I said that I would like to see a Beyonce show at least once because I hear it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I heard that.
I went and got one of her old DVDs from her concert, and it's like high energy from beginning to end. She puts out a lot of energy.
I have the Beyonce Experience. I have that DVD, so it's dope.
It's difficult to dance and sing all night, and she does it throughout the whole show. That's undeniable. Right there.
She's definitely a talent, and she's definitely a beast. And people, and a lot of people say that she's overrated and everything, but I mean, you just can't deny that she's gifted, man, and she's very good at what she does.
And she works hard.
She does. She does.
She's got smart people in her corner, because her marketing stuff is genius. It's brilliant to me.
They were saying how her dad, I don't know how true this is, but they said her dad said that she wasn't the best singer in the group, but she worked the hardest. And you can tell even the Fruits after the group split how hard she works. She wakes up doing this. She commits her life into doing it. She she puts her family, she merges her family with her gift and her art. So we can't. It's the energy she's putting out, and she's attracting it. So why say somebody's overrated because they work hard?
That's true.
I don't like that. I think she has so much talent. I love her work ethic. Like, I'm not a Beehive person, but at the same time, like, I can't knock her. You know, you can't knock it. You can't deny it. So, you know, I think she's amazing.
Okay, let me ask y'all this. Then we'll go to break. If there's one artist that you want to see, you want, no matter the price, like the tickets would be $2,000. Is there that you have one artist that you'll give anything to see in person?
For me, it used to be Maya Angelou, but she passed. But now, Lauryn Hill.
Okay. Okay.
I love
Lauryn Hill. All right, Ty.
Timbaland.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because Timbaland's gonna come with guests. It ain't just gonna be him. JT's gonna be there. You know, Flo Rida might be there. And I'm a huge Timbaland fan.
Okay.
What about you?
Me, you should already know this answer. Y'all know I love me some K-Dot. I'm gonna go see Kendrick. I'm gonna go see Kendrick Lamar.
I would love to see Kendrick Lamar.
I have to go see K-Dot. Man, when I was in LA, I always be trying to find him. I'd be like, where he at? I'd be like, I'm too scared to go to Compton though. But
He stay in Compton?
I don't know.
Oh.
But I mean, he's from there, so I would figure that he would go visit there sometimes. But I'm not. And then see what happened. Let me tell y'all this. I don't know if y'all follow me on social media. They rented me a red car.
Ooh.
And you know how the thing is, you're not supposed to have those type of colors there. And I was just like, yeah, there's no way in the world I'm gonna go try to find Kendrick in this red car. And then I had on red shoes, and I was like, and then the thing was, everybody was messaging me, telling us, "Carlton, take off your shoes. You gotta go come back." I was like, yeah, but yeah. So I'll definitely have to say Kendrick. But yeah, I think I'm not a part of the Beehive, but I do love Beyonce. I think, like I said, I think she's a marketing genius. I think she does everything with a purpose, and it's just smart. It's just smart, and I just think she does things so well. And like you said with the transparency, a lot of people saying that, of course, she was mentioning Jay-Z, his infidelity and everything. And there are people saying, there are rumors going around that Jay-Z is going to do an album and addressing Beyonce's album.
Smart marketing. Whether it's true or not, it's genius. Smart,
and it has people talking. We're talking about it now.
Yep.
So it's just.
But it's nothing new. It's selling pain. Songwriters have always done that. So I mean, it's nothing new. People know that they want to know what's going on in your life. Give them a little bit, feed them a little seed, get them thinking.
Yeah.
It's genius.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nothing new, but genius.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. All right, guys, we have to take a break. While I was away, I had the pleasure of interviewing. You may know him as Eddie Kendricks from the Temptations television movie, but I had the opportunity to sit down with Mr. Teron Brooks. We'll be right back talking to him. This is KARLTON Says Live.
Take small breaths and cry till there was nothing left. I used to tell God that I couldn't go much longer, but with every test and trial, He made me stronger. Running this race is hard, but the effort's worth the try. Stick to your guns and don't give in to the lies that you're insignificant. Your value in life is worth a lot. Beneath the weights of life, you push and strain for a goal to obtain. And if you persist, you get strength to maintain. But it's a known fact, the more you train, and if you hang in there a little longer, that every push will only make you stronger. I'm strong.
Okay, so I had the opportunity to interview Mr. Teron Brooks. He is best known as his role as Eddie Kendricks on the NBC miniseries The Temptations movie. Check it out. He definitely had a lot to say. So here it is. Los Angeles, California. I'm really excited because I've had the opportunity to interview this brilliant actor and singer before, but now we're here in person. I'm here with Mr. Teron Brooks. How you doing?
What's happening, man?
You doing all right?
I'm blessed.
Good. Nice to officially meet you in person. I know we
Glad
talked
we
on the
got to
phone.
do this.
Yeah, definitely. Now you guys may know him from his face looks familiar from the Temptations miniseries movie. He played Eddie Kendricks, also known as Cornbread. So I told a lot of people I was interviewing, they was excited. I was like, oh, you meeting Cornbread? So they're really excited about that. But before we get into that, let's just start with your background, like how you got started with, because he does music and he's also an actor. How did you get started in the arts generally?
Well, man, I've been singing since I was 6 years old. And singing in church, I was very shy as a kid, so it's kind of remarkable that I'm even doing acting and performing now because my parents said I was actually scared of people. I used to cry all the time. But I went to performing arts high school in Orange County, and that's where I really started to love not just the singing part, but just the whole arts in general. Mm-hmm. And as a singer, you know that it's important to communicate what you're singing. And at the point earlier, I was just singing, it just came out. I had no connection to what I was doing. And once I started to understand what I was singing and the power of music and also my purpose in it, I think that's when it transitions to like something that I did to something that I had to do. Gotcha. So I think I had a moment where I was like, people are really responding to what I'm doing, and I've even tried to run away from it and get out the business, and it just keeps coming back as more of a calling purpose than something that I'm actually choosing. And then I have more confidence when I feel like it's just a gift from God and this is His thing, you know, than feeling like it's my responsibility to make it happen. And that's kind of how it's been happening all these years for me. And but it started, you know, in church singing, and then it just grew to a love of, and not even the love of doing it, which I do. I just love people, and I love the fact that this medium gets me in front of people to be able to encourage them and, you know, make them feel good, you know, through what I get to do. So
I think you said something that's important. Like, we have to understand and recognize what our passion in life is, because a lot of times in life we do things just out of obligation or just because somebody else is doing it, but you really get fulfillment in life when you figure out what your passion is. So I think that's very important, even with you saying that. Even when it comes to entertainment and the arts, because some people who are in entertainment, they don't really have a passion for it. They're just doing it because it's the popular thing to do, or they see the dollar signs of it. So I think that's very important.
Passion too is cool, but it's like sometimes, you know, there's ups and downs.
That's true.
And what's going to fuel that passion when you're down and you're not doing anything and people aren't calling you? So I think passion is good, but purpose is mix that together. Then it won't matter. Even the days you don't feel passionate and the days you don't feel good, you won't. But when you have a purpose, you're like, I'm gonna wake up today, I don't feel like it, you know, but I have a reason to do it. And,
that's important. That's definitely, I think, I'm glad you said that, because there are days when even me, I'm just still kind of sort of beginning or whatever, it stays and like, I don't really feel like doing it, but you know, I pray and I'm like, I can't really see myself not doing it. So I definitely understand that. Passionate purpose. You just keep going, man. All right, so let's transition to, I know everybody wants to talk about this now. They want to hear about this. So the Temptations movie. How did that come about? Like, how did that whole process begin for you?
Man, that was like a long shot. That was like every black actor is gonna go down there and just see if they gonna get seen. And I did the same thing. I think I put my dad's suit on. Had a conversation with him about the Temptations a little bit. Most people know I auditioned for Paul originally. And I went down there, and I'm not gonna name names, but every actor was there. Every black actor was there. And then I auditioned for Paul, and Suzanne DePass, who was the executive producer, said, no, you're Eddie Kendricks. She literally said, you're Eddie Kendricks. And so from then on, I had about 9 auditions.
Wow.
Before I got cast, and then after you got cast, you still had to audition to sing.
Okay.
And I got to be able to use my voice for 90% of the movie.
Okay.
So it was a cool process, I think, for me, because it was my first film.
Mhm.
So you imagine having nothing, and then all of a sudden you're the lead in the film.
Right.
I mean, amazing. But I didn't have the pressure of, I just was like, this is not gonna happen. I'm just gonna go down there, you know? So I don't think there was the pressure of, you know, knowing too much beforehand. But to this date, it's such an extraordinary thing in my life. And I'll always remember, you know, that opportunity. When something's for you, that's what I just always tell people.
Mhm.
That it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's just, I think that part, that role, that thing, that moment just happened for me, you know. And that even reminds me now when things don't work out,
Mhm.
or I don't get something, then I just keep saying, you know what, that day, remember that day where all those people were
Right.
there and you got chosen? So it's been a huge blessing, you know.
That's what's
Almost
up.
20 years later, I think.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But the thing is, they still show it. It's like they show like
People just seeing it
every-
like for the first time.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I remember when I first watched it. My sister, she loves Temptation,
Yeah.
and she watches it every time it comes on. And so I remember when I first watched it, I was just like, "This is amazing!" Just the way, just the storytelling of it, and just you really got to see what these men went through. You know,
Yeah.
the group, just personally and professionally.
We
So-
got lucky too because sometimes those movies aren't done as well.
Yeah,
Because it
yeah.
feels like those musical movies where you sing and act. Our director Alan was so amazing putting the music and the drama together.
Mhm.
So when we were singing, it wasn't like outside of the story. It was
Mhm.
actually part of the story
Right.
that propelled it.
Right.
So we were, you know, we had the endorsement of a lot of people. I mean, I met Smokey Robinson, Barry Gordy, and Diana Ross, and everybody.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, we have more Mr. Teron Brooks, like especially him talking about the influence that Prince has had on his life, and plus, who does he think should play Prince if they do a television series or a television movie rather? We'll be right back. This is KARLTON Says Live.
Can't allow you to believe me to keep me as company because against me they won't see me fall deep. No matter what you try to speak, I'll just turn the other cheek cause your words don't bother me. Jealousy, envy, greedy minds think they can stop me, but they don't know. See, I know someone much higher. I can touch beyond the sky. I know someone who's greater, bigger than you and I know someone who loves me, and his promises is true. I know that he cares for me, and will fight for me too. What's your ambition? Is your jealousy the key to crank show ignition? You tryna take off, but you're blasting me, hate my game at any cost.
Live. All right, we have more with Mr. Teron Brooks, especially on his impact, on how Prince impacted his life. So check it out. Okay, so recently we just lost a big person in music. Definitely, he's a legend. Was a legend, definitely. Prince, for you guys who may not know, he passed away this month. Now, like I said, you're again into music. That's your passion. That's your thing. How did Prince's passing? How did it have an impact on you or anything?
Yeah, I mean, just because he's such a legendary icon, and we're losing them left and right, and I think we're trying to replace them, and I don't know if they're going to be able to be replaced. Like certain people are just, they paved a road that's just entirely their own, and that's what Prince did. And I'm really affected by his death, less about the musical part and more about just him as a person and how his life must have been. And we don't even know, like we were talking about, the effects of fame, how big all that came in, and how, was he happy? Like, I just want to know, hey, were you happy with, you had all this stuff, and you touched so many people, but personally, how did you feel about that? You know, and So I think the whole world is pretty reflective on that. It's a great loss because there's never going to be another Prince. Like,
Right.
there's never going to be another Michael Jackson.
Right.
There's never going to be,
Right.
And it affects me in a way as an artist just to say, in my life, how can I balance my whole passion and my career and things I want to do for other people, and then also be just a balanced person,
Right.
and feed the things that are important to my life and my family. And it's easy for me to say because I'm not Prince, but I am interested in how you do that
Right.
when things get that big, and obviously we all know there must have been some pain or and we all have that.
Right, right.
But how do we manage that on that scale,
Mhm.
And so I think that's kind of what I'm mourning, just like the man, like, wow, was he finished with everything he wanted to finish? And not just professionally, not just artistically, just did he live a great life? I'm sure he did.
Right.
But, those questions that we have, and then who are we looking to that's going to be filling those holes for my kids?
Mhm.
Who am I going to be playing in another 20 years? What is the soundtrack of our life going to be? I love music. I love all kinds of music. It's not a judgment on music now.
Right.
But that prolific, artist, or that artist that breaks boundaries, not
Right.
just sells records.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think we're losing those, and it's just another reminder that life is short.
Yeah, definitely.
And live every day to the fullest because you just don't know. And you just don't know how people are feeling around you, family members,
Yeah.
It could be looking like they're on the top of the world. And we're seeing that that's
Right.
maybe not the case.
And I always say this, just piggyback on my own life. I know God sometimes put people on my heart, even if some people I haven't talked to in a long time, and it's like there's a reason why I need to call them. So I just either quick text or if I can call them like, hey, how you doing? Is everything okay? It's like you said, you just never know, because what somebody's going through, or what's going on in their lives.
Yeah.
So I think it's important that we examine just everything,
Yeah.
So I think it's very important.
In our relationships too, what are we trying to get out of? Everybody is trying to get something out of somebody, sometimes, and sometimes it's like just the humanity of just as a person, and really trying to connect to people on a heart level, not just on something just
Superficial.
yeah,
Right.
And I'm not saying that. I mean, sure, Prince touched people on a heart
Right,
level,
definitely.
but and we'll never know the impact. It's still going to be a big hole for
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tough loss. Let me ask you this: since you played somebody in a musical movie,
Yeah.
if they do a Prince movie,
Oh
who
my
do you
gosh.
think could play or should play
My
Prince?
thing about all movies that are real people, I think they should always get an unknown person.
Okay.
I just think they should just find somebody so we can really not see a star being another star.
Mhm.
To me, and I think with the Temptations, if I could say that, I think because we were relatively, unknown, then you weren't trying to look past that. You were just like, I want to know about Eddie Kendrick. So it's just like a vessel of a person acting it out. Of course, you want the best person to get it.
Right.
I couldn't think of anybody on top of my head. I mean, there's Miguel's amazing.
I've heard that I heard it all on
I
social
mean,
media.
So give it to Miguel, but give it to somebody deserving of that, whoever can channel that, and not a distraction to that.
Right.
I think would be cool to me. But there's tons of, because you don't need a star to do that. The star is Prince.
Right.
So find somebody, and cast somebody who you've never seen before would be cool to me. I think.
Yeah. So let's transition again. We'll go back into music. I know you just released some new music.
Yeah.
So tell us about that process, about because I know you, again, singer actor, but I know your passion is into music. So exactly what fueled this releasing this new music?
Well, music is like my first love. It's songwriting, singing, making music, producing music, because it's my thoughts, it's my creation, it's what I want to say and what I want to communicate. So I think I released an album about 3 years ago, and I felt like I had some leftover songs.
Okay.
So I wanted to do an EP I call Love Music.
Okay.
My producer actually coined that. He said it's love you can listen to. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use that. Love music. And I used one producer this time because my last record I used a lot of different producers. So it has like a cohesive thing that comes together, and it's kind of throwback. So it has a little bit of different styles, like a little Motown vibe, a little Shaka Khan 70s vibe, a little Michael Jackson vibe, who I love, and then we end with like a John Legend kind of throwback vibe. So And it's all related to love and
Awesome.
feelings of love. So I hope people check it out. But I'm very proud of it. Very proud of it.
It's good, guys. Y'all definitely should get it. And if people want to get it, how can they do so?
Just go to iTunes. I mean, it's really on any online platform. You can get on Amazon. I just go to iTunes and get it. And now Apple Music, you can stream it and listen to it for free. Don't even worry about it.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. Y'all check it out. It's definitely something you're going to want to listen to. We need definitely more love today.
Inspiration,
Yeah.
love, positive music
Agreed.
that everybody can listen to. Like for the whole, I make music for the whole family. So your mom and dad and the kids, and everybody don't have to fight over the station. You just put the CD in and something that everybody can enjoy. So I hope people can just check that out.
Awesome.
Enjoy it.
Awesome. Now, if your fans want to reach out to you, how can they do so?
I'm everywhere. Twitter, I'm on Instagram. Facebook is the best.
Okay.
I actually write you back. I actually talk to people on Facebook. I love that. So Facebook's my name. Twitter's Teron D. Brooks, because there's actually another Teron Brooks, and he'll get mad if you reach out to him. So put that D in there. And then Instagram, Teron Brooks. And yeah, I'm definitely very... I love talking to my fans and interacting with them and giving them inspiration. That's what it's all about.
Awesome. Well, Teron, thank you so much for talking with me today. We really appreciate you. Wish you the best in everything that you're doing.
You too, man. Keep going, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Teron Brooks. Thank you so much for talking with me. I really appreciate you sitting down with me. All right, guys, we have the cast of Double Lives. They are here, and we'll be talking with them next. You're watching KARLTON Says Live. Welcome to the shop, a one-stop shop where you can get your hair cut, your hair done, your car detailed, some food, and a family atmosphere all in one place. Open 7 days a week, 2756 Milledgeville Road, Augusta, Georgia, across from JD Byrider. Come on down to the shop. Welcome back to KARLTON Says Live. I am here with the talented cast of the highly anticipated stage play Double Lives. Let's give it up for them one more time. Here we go. Some of the cast of Double Lives.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna have you guys introduce yourselves. Some sure y'all know all of them, but just to reassure everybody, go ahead and introduce yourselves and what character you're playing. So look in that camera right there.
I'm Olandra Grace, and I play the character Mother Dickerson.
Okay.
I'm Shataria Stokes, and I play First Lady.
Nathan.
Well, my name is Nathan Rothwell, and I play Terry.
Okay.
Yes. I am comedian Sir Cedric, and I play Carl.
Awesome. All right. So, guys, Double Lives. What is this play about? I'm sure I can guess, but just break it down for us. What is Double Lives about? What's going on here? I'm sure it's juicy.
Well, Double Lives centers on a pastor, and he's of a mega church here, very prestigious.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have a past,
Mm-hmm.
and so sometimes it might come back to haunt you.
Okay.
So we have very interesting characters that family, friends, an array of different people that come back and kind of put at risk everything that he's already built.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That sounds like a lot of problems and drama. I love it. So what are the relationships with you four here? How are you guys in relation to the play? Like, what's going on? Don't, without giving stuff away, obviously, but so you say are you the mother of the church?
Technically.
Well,
Technically. But Mother Dickerson is a piece of work.
Okay.
A piece of work.
Okay.
A piece of work.
Right.
So she's married to my son.
Okay.
The gentleman behind me, Mr. Terry.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
And Carl.
Uh-huh.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a lot.
So let's just say Double lives is when secrets become a reality.
Got you. Are y'all married?
No.
No.
Okay.
My husband isn't
No.
here.
No.
My Tyrese Lawless is playing my husband.
Got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the best.
Are y'all brothers?
No.
No.
You gotta come to the point.
You
You
got
know?
it? So it's a lot of secrets. We can't give it all out.
Right.
Well, let me just say we all tie in.
Okay.
In one way or another, lives
Right.
crossed.
I've known her. I've
Yes.
known her.
Got you.
know what I
Right.
mean?
Okay, makes a lot of sense.
Let's just say it's a lot of skeletons with this.
Sounds like a soap opera.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, I think that's one of the things about the play is people always have a past,
Mhm.
but you don't have to let your past define who you are now.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So basically, everybody can relate to one of these characters. You know somebody that is one of these characters. You're one of these characters, or you know, you've dealt with a situation that's similar. So everybody can find something, and it's great for the whole family. Like from the young people to your grandma, everybody can come and enjoy it.
Awesome.
And you know, sometimes you can forget your past, but others won't allow you to forget.
Very strong
So
message.
that's something that we talk about too. So
Awesome.
you can move on to your next phase of life, but then there's someone that comes along and remind you of all of your skeletons.
Awesome. Awesome. This sounds like it's gonna be a great place. So if people want to come see it, when, where, how much, all that. Get all that good info, please.
It's going to be at the Imperial Theater downtown, okay? May 14th.
Okay,
Get
right.
real serious about it. You know, everybody talking about the character development. Carl is just a simple, down-to-earth brother that things seem to happen to, okay?
Okay.
What time, Carl?
May 14th, 7 o'clock p.m.
Okay.
At the Imperial Theater.
Okay.
You get your tickets at imperialtheater.com.
Gotcha.
If you know one of these fine people here, you can hit them up.
Definitely, we
Facebook,
have tickets.
We have
Twitter.
tickets.
Snapchat me some tickets if it's cool. It's all right. You can do that.
And we also have, and we also have several cast members that are not here, like comedian Poncier. I'm sure you guys heard of her. She's awesome. And those two on stage together.
Crazy.
Napalm.
Crazy.
Crazy.
And Tyrese Wallace is in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Crystal.
yes, Crystal Ware.
Crystal
She
Ware.
plays Suge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. You know, this is weird being on this side. I'm gonna say why. Because I'm so used to people asking me, well, when is this coming out? What is your stuff about? What's gonna happen next?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get stuff out of y'all, and y'all ain't saying nothing.
Okay, well, listen. There's drama. There's suspense.
Yes.
Comedy.
There's fear. There's hope.
Right.
Yeah.
There's sorrow.
Faith.
There is some devilism, some devilish stuff going on. Let me see.
You're just gonna go on a roller
There's
coaster of emotions.
Faith.
there's
hope,
folks
love.
that's really cynicism, right? Okay, a sinister type of character
Yeah.
that.
It's just some down south cutting up. You know how you get
It's cutting up, man.
cutting up, man. All kind of way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cutting
Every
up.
time you
Miss
meet
Monique
people,
did a phenomenal job.
But they've got
Right.
some mean cats in there too.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But it's something you don't want to
Yeah.
miss. You know what I mean? It
Definitely.
has everything.
That's right.
A
For
combination of everything. And the characters, man, the actors, all of them are beast. The writer, awesome. You know, directing
Anthony
is awesome. Anthony Page, you know, Miss Monique, being a writer, producer, is something you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss.
Awesome.
definitely want to invite people out to take part of the local talent that we have here and support us while we're here. Because I know people always are like, oh, you know, when somebody makes it, they're like, oh yeah, she's from here, she's from there, you know, but did you support that person while they were here and they were working and doing things? So definitely come out. It's going to be an amazing production, and we can't wait to give it to you.
And
It's
the
gonna be
entire
funny, too.
family can come.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. And that's this Saturday
This
at
Saturday.
That's right.
7
Yeah.
That's
at the
right.
Imperial Theater.
Imperial
That's right.
Theater.
Tickets are selling fast.
And then people need to be on time.
Yes.
I want to stress that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be on time.
can you be on time?
You don't want to miss anything.
Right. Don't want to.
You don't wanna miss it.
You know, when you go into the opera, they lock the door. You see, they ain't let Spider-Man in. Spider-Man went to see
See,
his old lady, and they lock the doors when you get there late. We doing Spider-Man rules. You get there late, we locking the doors, that's it. No refunds, like Janet Jackson. No refunds.
Wow.
No sleep, no
Wow,
refunds.
you throw shade during the interview. Cool.
Wow.
Great.
We gotta do it. Janet, you a billionaire. You should do them people like that. Give them their money back. They working it.
Note that the opinion expressions made had nothing to do with Carlton Says Live. That's all him. Just want to throw that out there, Miss Janet, if you're nasty. Just just saying. Thank y'all so much for joining me here on Carlton Says Live. Y'all, please make sure y'all support them. Double Lives this Saturday, 7 o'clock at the Imperial Theater. You guys are not going to miss this show. Big shout out to Miss Monique and Anthony Page. Y'all keep doing what y'all do. And y'all keep doing great stuff, guys.
Thank you.
Yes, you too. All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right, we'll be right back. Side Jules, True Spitter, is coming up next. You're watching Carlton Says Live.
What are you getting today?
Girl, I don't know. Be creative.
All right.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. See you next time. So Clay's Haven of Beauty. One-on-one care for your hair.
Welcome back to KARLTON SAYS Live.
I had the honor and pleasure of working with this phenomenal actress and spoken word artist last month. So introducing the phenomenal Jules, the Truth Spitter.
An original piece entitled Poetry. I'm angry. I'm angry because I was put here for a reason. I'm destined for something great, but I just can't seem to find my way. That is, until I went to a poetry jam session one day. And as my head started to sway, I knew I could write in that same poetic way. So I went home and I picked up a pen and some paper. Yeah, I had things I needed to get done, but I convinced myself to do them later. Because the words, they flowed so naturally. And to stop in the middle, well, that just didn't seem right to me. I wrote about my life and the men I've dated. The ones I love, but definitely the ones I hated. I wrote about all the struggles I had, but more so about the ones that made me mad. See, I wrote about all the love lost between a father and his daughter, and no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't make him love her. It was like an addiction, and I couldn't get enough of that fixing. I wrote about, at one point, I was so obsessed with being thin, hating my double chin until it was then. I bit into my first piece of fried chicken in 8 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, 15 minutes, and 34 seconds. 35, 36, 37. Well, you get the picture. I felt like I was in heaven. I wrote about how I thought my life was over, finished, and done, and birthing my son. But little did I know that poetry, these words on paper, they were breathing life back into my mind, my body, my spirit, and my soul. Little did I know that I had just found the true meaning of why God had put me here. Just when I thought I was done writing, I started thinking. I started thinking about our people and how we've come so far, but yet we don't, should I say this, we refuse to see the light. I thought about how there are so many baby daddies and too many baby mamas. I thought about how our people are always expecting a handout, trying to take what he or she has not earned. I thought about how our women continue to lay on their backs and produce baby after baby after baby with no means to support these babies. So who's taking care of them? My guess is the taxpayers. That's you and that's me. I thought about how our men lack the basic skills to fill out a job application or to type up a resume. So I stopped thinking about it and I started writing. I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. I wrote until my pen ran out of ink. So was this it? Was this the end of my passion? Was this the end of my destiny? Nah, I ran to my son's pencil box and I grabbed a pencil and I started writing. I wrote, y'all, and as I was writing, I started thinking that what I had to say, it was reality, and it didn't need to have the ability to be erased. So I grabbed the next best thing. I grabbed a crayon, and I started writing again, y'all. I wrote so much that my hands started cramping, but I couldn't stop because this was important. This was my passion. It was my destiny. I wrote about life, y'all. Everything from racism and segregation to the birds and the bees and all life's little intricate diseases. I wrote about how every night I would come home and sob, and my man would look at me and he'd say, "Baby, what's wrong?" I would tell him how I was nothing and how I would never be anything. And it was in that moment where he would wrap his masculine arms around me, pull me close, kiss me on my forehead, look me in my eyes and say, "Baby, you are and you always will be a queen, my queen." He let me know that I was the Ashford to his Simpson, the Bonnie to his Clyde, the Cheech to his Chong, and that was before he removed my thong. See, he ran a bubble bath and he washed my feet. He lit those scented candles and he fed me strawberries. But it wasn't about the sexual invite that satisfied my appetite. It was more about him relaxing and washing away all the bullshit from the day. As you can see, I wrote about that too, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there because the key is to always leave them wanting more and to never give the next female too much insight about your man. Listen up, y'all. Poetry is my thirsty, and writing is my nourishment. But just writing it and hearing it, it didn't make me content. So I decided to step up here and let you know some of the things that were on my chest. Life is a never-ending battle. Keep up if you don't want to get left behind.
It's hard.
Yeah. Wow. Girl. That was dope. That was so good. Wow. Thank you so much for y'all. For those of y'all who saw our last episode, she came in, we had no performer, and she came in and she spit the truth. And then I was like, I called her, I said, "Yo, I need you to come back, cause I need you to spit some more truth there." So thank you so much for coming. You have an event coming up.
I do.
So it's this week, right? So what's going on?
My event is called Jules Presents Life Vlogs. It's going to be on Wednesday, May 11th. Doors open at 6:30. Show will start promptly at 7 p.m. I don't do tardiness.
Oh.
601 Broad Street. Tickets in advance are $15 and $20 at the door. You don't want to miss this lineup. It's awesome.
Awesome. And let's support our own, guys. That's the main thing we have to support. She said promptly. She put passion on that promptly. That's right.
We're going to Tyler Perry this monologue.
That's what's up. Well, thank you so much again for joining us. Shauna, Ty, thank you so much for being my guest co-host. The cast, Double Lives. Y'all make sure y'all please check that out this Saturday, 7 o'clock at the Imperial Theater. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for watching KARLTON Says Live. Renee, you did it, girl. You by yourself today. Appreciate you. And we'll be back next week to watch KARLTON Says Live.